All right, let's get into it. We just got a couple new signings here by the Lakers, so I'll definitely talk about that. But let's talk about what the Lakers are doing. All right, switch the view on me. We got to get out of the Knicks salary cap sheet and go to the Lakers. So thanks for joining on the live stream. You can see we got a couple viewers here. Lakers have brought in Kent Bazemore, Trevor Ariza. They're bringing back Dwight Howard, and we just got word here from Woj that Carmelo Anthony along with Malik Monk are headed to the Lakers as well. So the Lakers get a lot of veterans. They get a lot of solid pieces there in LA, and we'll break that down here in just a minute. First, thanks for joining the video. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to comment on the video, like the video, all those fun things. We're doing a lot of NBA content over here, so we are proud to bring it to you. Let's just jump in here now. So the Lakers, as you can see by the cap sheet here, they are, throw this up, they have obviously acquired Russell Westbrook in the Wizards trade, sending out Montrezl Harrell, KCP, Kyle Kuzma, and then their pick from this last draft. Yep, King Queese just mentioned in the chat, Melo just signed. Yep, we definitely saw that, so we were excited about, obviously Melo is going to LA. Melo to the Lakers is a big signing for them. I think, we were all kind of anticipating that Melo was going to go to the Lakers. Like, he's obviously buddies with LeBron. And it's just kind of finally that reunion that we're seeing with LeBron and Melo being on the same team. So pretty cool there. They had also acquired Malik Monk is the other news of the day. This is no surprise, though, that we hear these Lakers moves coming out now because of... obviously, Brooklyn has officially signed Patty Mills, and that was kind of the player that the Lakers, I think, were waiting on. Was it Patty Mills, or was it, was he going to choose between Brooklyn or the Lakers? He decides to go to Brooklyn. The Lakers then have to make moves post Patty Mills signing, so they bring in Malik Monk, and they're bringing in Carmelo Anthony. So pretty solid stuff. The Lakers... again, with these acquisitions, they're trying to get some shooting. Now, Ellington and Bazemore provide that shooting for the team. However, I do want to mention they also bring back Dwight Howard as well, which brings some rim protection to the team. We just heard about Melo and Malik Monk. Monk is a little interesting. I can see Lakers fans maybe hating on Monk a little bit because he can kind of be their Danny Green type of a player that they can hate on, just because he's a super interesting dude. I mean, the first 3 years in the league, he did not shoot the ball well. Last year he does, so you hope that translates to the Lakers. But if it doesn't, could maybe be a guy that may not be playing a whole lot. Lakers are again adding some depth here. Some ability to spread the floor with some guys where their main guys aren't that great of shooters. Mass Temple mentions, yep, Malik Monk to the Lakers. Again, he mentions that 40% three-point shooter from last year. Again, I would invite you to look at his three-point shooting from previous seasons. Let's throw it up here. The year before last, he was 28. The year before that, 33. Year before that, 34. So you take the average of his last the 3 seasons before last year, he was a 32% three-point shooter. And for the career, obviously this last year helps him, bumps him up to 34% for his career. So if you get Malik Monk, the three-point shooter from last season in Charlotte, great signing. But if he wants to revert back to what he was before then, maybe be a little worried, but still a good signing, especially with how young he is. Maybe the Lakers can commit to have him play a little bit more defense than kind of what he's shown or what he had kind of been showing in Charlotte. But the Lakers ultimately get their guys. I like the Ariza signing. I think the Wayne Ellington one is one of those signings that's a guy who can kind of play some defense and again spread the floor as well. I like what the Lakers are doing. Kind of looking, again, we have their cap sheet up right now. It doesn't sound like there's any potential. I'm really interested to see what they do with Dennis Schroeder. I think Schroeder is a dude who could potentially be worked in a sign and trade, but I don't know how much flexibility that gives them long term. Obviously everybody knows with the Lakers there is obviously the talk of Buddy Hield. I don't know exactly how, if that happens. Again, the Kings don't have the Kings don't necessarily have the roster right now that I think they want to throw in another guard after drafting a guard and having two really good guards. So I don't know how a sign and trade deal works with Schroeder and Buddy Hield. But yeah, ultimately I do really like these signings for the Lakers. I think they're doing some good stuff. You can see what they're trying to do. They need some shooting. That's kind of what they were devoid of last year. They're fine with punting on Caruso's extension. I'm really interested to see what they're going to do and if anybody's willing to offer money at Taylor Horton-Tucker. But yeah, ultimately, Lakers are doing really good. I'm excited about what they're providing. Again, to the Mass Temple, it sounds like, you mentioned here, he averaged 5 threes last year and also got 40%. Obviously mentioning Malik Monk. So, again, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, feel free to do so. We're talking all about these moves that are going on in the NBA. I can imagine that they might add another, maybe another rim protector. Obviously, they've lost Andre Drummond, which is okay if you're a Lakers fan. I don't know why I don't even know if you can call yourself a Lakers fan and in the same breath say that you want Andre Drummond back. But Dwight is back in LA. I think that's pretty good for them. Maybe they try to get another rim protector. I know they have kind of 3-ish with Gasol, Davis, and Dwight. So do they try to get another big? Do they try to bring back Markieff Morris? Do they bring back Jared Dudley for kind of a good locker room guy? But they've made moves here. So they've made the 4 signings: Bazemore, Dwight, and Ellington, Ariza, and then the 2 more today with Monk and Carmelo. So good stuff for the Lakers. Ultimately, I think that this is a team that is going to be back to being a home court advantage team, because I anticipate they're going to bring Anthony Davis and LeBron James along. They're going to lead him along a little bit and make sure that he's and make sure that they're getting rested during the season. I think that this team probably doesn't end up with the number 1 seed, but I do see them being a super big threat to coming out of the West and representing the West in the finals. The other thing about the Lakers is I just think that, if they can get these guys to defend, if they can continually run their offense the way that they want to try to do it through AD, through LeBron, and now through Westbrook, I think they have an ability where, they can let Ariza and Ellington and Bazemore and now Melo and now Malik Monk, now they can let them spread the floor, be shooters, and be able to just play defense on the other side of the floor. So enjoy what the Lakers are doing. I think there's more stuff that will come. Maybe they try to get another big ball handlers on the team. I don't really see too many other than, I guess you could say, Taylor Horton-Tucker, but other than him, maybe a little bit of Bazemore. But outside of LeBron and Westbrook, I mean, maybe a backup point guard. Because I don't really see that. I see some wings and some depth there, but interesting nonetheless. So Lakers are going to be a lot of must-see TV next year with all these guys on the team, and they'll be an interesting watch next season. That's going to do it for our Lakers stream. We're going to do a lot of other streams going over kind of different moves that the Lakers have made and other teams around the league, and kind of talk a little bit more about them. So we're excited to bring that to you. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We'll be doing a lot more stuff here. But until then, I will see you in the next video, and talk to you later.